Marshall. I play Harrison Dula on Star Wars Rebels, and you're watching The Cyber Nerds. Fan for life. May the Force be with you.
We are live. I'm feeling a bit, you get me? You know when you got a new sofa and that, like, I'm probably going to talk about the new sofa for like the next 10 videos.
Oh, for sure.
But like, it's just a different kind of comfortability level right now.
Man's not all, like, whenever you throw your arms, you have to hit me. It's a madness, you know.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
I'm Revy, the GS.
And this is our Star Wars Rebels review of Episode 9, Rebel Assault.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this episode, Raven. Go ahead, man.
Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I mean, this episode was all about Captain Syndulla.
Like, if I wasn't in love with Vanessa Marshall already, I'm 100% deeper in love with her now. Because this episode, like, you know how we had all of those episodes focused on Sabine?
Yeah.
I wish we had that many episodes focused on Hera because she's so amazing. Like, she's just legit.
And I want to get on that because that's what annoyed me about this. Like, if there's one of those negative things to talk about,
yeah,
is that, like, when watching this episode, why did we not get more content on her? Why wait for just 25 minutes? She probably got about 80 minutes out of the whole episode.
See, what I think about is this: when you have a team,
yeah,
it's hard to share those minutes around all the time, because I feel like maybe every season we get an episode or two that's focused on each character.
Right.
But then it's like
she's got the leash. Like
but that's my point is that I was gonna come to is that you never really get like a full arc with her, like how you got an arc with Sabine. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But I think Sabine's whole thing leads into bigger and badder things, and we know that Hera survives the Death Star, so maybe in the future we'll get some more.
I hope
Hera.
so. I hope, obviously, I think that's what we're leading to on the second part of the season, that we're going to get a lot more, because obviously now she's split from the team.
Spoiler, she's been captured.
Yeah, she's been captured. But before we get there, let's start off right at the beginning, in space.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this. You know what's mad?
Go ahead, take it over.
Just know what I'm mad about this, because one thing I love about Star Wars is space battles. I love watching them in the animated shows. I love watching them in the movies. I love watching them. I love playing them in the game.
Sorry to cut you there.
Oh,
just add that, yeah. Like, I'm glad you said that, because whenever I'm playing Star Wars and you don't jump into the party, everyone's like, yo, Joe's just playing, like, Joe's just fighting, like, yo, leave Joe alone, mate. When he's ready, he'll jump on the party. I mean, let him do his flying because he just loves doing
Listen,
that.
Starfighter Assault, Starfighter, whatever it's called, Starfighter Assault in the new Battlefront 2 is amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
Thumbs up to Criterion, you guys are sick. But one thing I love about this is that we saw something in Rebels that we've never seen before. Do you know? And when they do stuff like this, it makes me appreciate the hours I put into watching Star Wars Rebels. Like, there's a scene, first 5 minutes of the episode, they've got a big space battle. The Rebels are trying to land on the planet to try and take out a fueling facility. And Hera's one-on-one with a ship that is faster, it's got better weapons. And she just outmaneuvers. Like, she's so smart. Like, she played the pilot chasing her. She played him, but she also played Thrawn, because I think she knew what was going to happen when she flew towards the Star Destroyer. She flew towards the Star Destroyer. It started shooting at her. It disabled her shields, disabled the shields behind him, and then she just took him out. And this is like. It's amazing Hera. It's amazing Star battles. This is just why I love this. I love Star Wars. Man. I love Star Wars. It's mad.
You know, there's nothing much for me to add to that. But you mentioned Thrawn, and you know, he came in with calm and collective, and he's just like, he's calling her, like, he's studied her, and he's like, yo, leave her alone. And the guy's like, no, I got this. And it's just like, alright, cool. Like, at this point, I can't help you because she's already won this battle. From the time you made that decision, like, mentally, like, you've lost this battle against her.
See,
and that's exactly what happened.
What I want to jump on with the whole Thrawn thing is, like, Thrawn is like this much away from being my best villain in Rebels. because the only person above him is Vader. Is Vader, and Vader was barely in Rebels, but it's Vader, innit? Thrawn is right here because, like, he's the smartest guy in the room at all times.
He does his homework.
He's never not. He knows what's going on. He knows how to destroy people. He says none of these rebel ships are gonna land on like getting through this blockade. And even when they get past the first wave, inside I was like, oh, they got through. Like Thrawn, they low key beat Thrawn. Second wave comes, and I was just like, this is mad. They didn't even show that battle. They just showed the burning ships. Like it was mad, bro. Like Thrawn, I don't want to see Thrawn lose. Like I want Thrawn to. I know this is bad, but I want Thrawn to win. I want him to be the winner
because of his approach. Of course, you know, it's not something that we're used to seeing. It will be very out of character because he's so in control. You know, his approach to everything. You know, like I said before, he studies. Like he spends 90% of the time in the room studying these guys. You know, film tape, and then
man studying tape like Popovich, bro.
Telling you, man.
Greg Popovich, that's an NBA reference, guys. Look him up. Great coach.
And then 10% on the field, and then he gets the job done. Back to the study room.
Yes, so like I feel like. First of all, obviously, guys, if you didn't realise, this is a great episode. So there's that. The other stuff, they had some hand-to-hand combat with Hera.
Let's talk about that because this is insane. And I was like, is this what you've been holding out on us this whole time? Like, and not just, it just levels up and it just gives value to who she is. She's not just sitting there all the time, like, there's a reason why she's ranked where she's ranked, and when she says something, everybody in the Ghost crew listens. You know, she's actually bad to the bone. Yeah. You know, to the point where she got body slammed.
Like one thing I really liked about the fighting is it's like at no point during this episode was I surprised. Like she starts fighting, like she like holds her own against an assassin, someone who gets paid to murder people for a living. She holds her own against him, and the whole time in my head I was just like, I'm not surprised because like when you see her through 3 seasons, it's like even though I've never seen her fight, I know she can fight. I know she can look after herself.
I guess I never looked at it like in that perspective.
Like I was never surprised. I was in my mind. I was like, I think her would probably take him out. Do you know what I'm saying? But I love that they show us things. Like it's just like you said, leveling up. It just shows more depth to the character that. You know, she's gone through all this fighting training. She's the best pilot. She's this, she's that. Like, she's just amazing. Like, so I wasn't surprised by that, but I thought it was a good fight. I liked the way she got captured. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, she got cornered.
She got cornered. There was no way she was gonna get away from it. But like, you know, she gave the orders. She made sure
the
mission was completed. Even though, regardless of like the outcome for her, like I really appreciated that. Do you know who I don't like? Governor Price. Like. Who are you? Like, she just gets tea for people. That's does nothing.
Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna waste my breath on it. You're just there. You're just a payroll or two above the stormtroopers.
Oh my god! Do you know what? I feel like we should have a section in the show where like, who's the dumbest stormtrooper in the episode? Because there was definitely more than one dumb stormtrooper in this episode today. Like for you, who was the dumbest stormtrooper?
It's the guy that when he tells the guy to halt and he gets shot.
Okay, he's a dumb.
He was like the slowest.
He has the slowest reactions in the world, yeah. Do you know what's funny, yeah? I saw that and I was like, why? Like, you're looking for rebel pilots, why wouldn't you shoot him straight away?
Right.
Like, why did they have a conversation before? Like, and then he still got shot first. Like, he wasn't even the dumbest stormtrooper to me. The dumbest stormtrooper to me was, you know when they was blowing up the air bases?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Turrets,
That's what, the torrents. There was a stormtrooper running around at the top.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is he running? Like, why was he running?
Didn't he get like the orders that the...
No, this was before. He was just on his normal patrol. He was just running. And I was like, why would you just be running?
I just thought he was just, on the lookout because he got told.
Yeah, but if he was on the lookout, why is he running? For me personally, I looked at him and I was like, you didn't get killed. In fact, he probably did die when they blew him
No,
up.
he did, because the whole thing came down.
So he died as well. See, like, I tried to save him, but nah, he was the dumbest stormtrooper for me. Guys, look, please jump in the comment section below and let me know about who the dumbest stormtrooper in the episode was for you. This is a real thing now.
This is actually a real thing.
This is a real thing now. Who's the dumbest stormtrooper in the episode? But yeah, any negatives about the episode?
I can't pinpoint and again, this episode I wasn't expecting it to start like that, to end like that, and the path that is opened now. So negatives none, but what I do have to add is Lothal. So
your negatives. This is a negative.
no, this is not negatives.
Oh, okay.
I don't particularly have any negatives.
Right.
And that, but if you have a negatives, we can just throw that in first, and then we can just talk about the negatives.
No, I want you to go on to what you're... Okay, one of my negatives is I feel like they force Chopper to save the day all the time. Like, it's not really a negative. I might be nitpicking, but like there was like 2 times when Chopper saved whatever was going on in the scenario. One time I thought, yeah, that was cool. The second time I was like, did that really need to happen?
Is that with the assassin?
With the assassin. The second time with the assassin. The first time when Chopper flies in and saves Hera from getting shot from behind by the stormtrooper, I was like, oh, okay, that made sense because she gave him an order, he didn't listen and defied it. But the second time they show, I can't remember the name of the rebel pilot that she was with, but he goes to pick up the gun, but then they just show Chopper shot.
Because remember, Chopper is her droid, right? So my understanding is that that's their deal. Like, so if you remember, she goes, right, you stay behind. So it's almost like I go first. Anything happens, you're like,
you got my back.
You got my back, sort of thing. So that's why I was like, oh, that's just your thing that you two do all the time.
See, I looked at it more of as like a, this show's on Disney XD. So I feel like when Chopper does stuff like that, all the kids get excited. Like, oh, it's Chopper. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not even thinking about the kids, man.
See, I mean, but that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to me. But right. It's cool. Like I said, I might be nitpicking. But anyway, go on to the Lothal because I've got something for that as well.
Has Kanan finally got his call through that? We still don't know. I mean, we've had this discussion before. I thought when they first spoke, was he saying his name? Then we got, some of you guys, in the comment section were saying Doom, as in like Doom, everything is done. So
I said that, and then they said that as well. They agreed with me.
Okay, cool. But now he's saying, oh, I get it, and he went back to get her. Because he was like, there was no way, like, he was like, I can't just go and leave her behind. So obviously the Force kind of might have been telling him to go back, and then emotions was telling him to go back, and the Force fixed him. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so now he's like, now he's like, I understand. Like now he's like, he's at ease.
Yeah.
So has he got his call? And now that leaves the open path to what's coming next.
Now,
are they gonna see each other again?
Okay. This is also a negative.
Okay.
Now, I really liked the whole Kanan stuff. The whole Kanan can't know something bad's happening to Hera and do nothing. I love that.
Is this the first time we've seen that? I think
it's not really the first time, but this time it was apparent because this is the first time he said, I'm not going on the mission I'm supposed to be. I'm turning back and going to get her. That's the first time he's like made a stand like that, and it was so apparent because obviously the team are like,
if anything's gonna happen, okay, you
go
with that, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that part I'm cool with. What I'm not cool with is the Lothal. Like the episode has nothing to do with Lothal or whatever, and it just shows up, and it's like, not that it just shows up. It's just that I feel like they're really dragging out at this point this. What's the connection of the Lothal and Kanan? What's gonna happen? Like, bruv. So like, you just want to I just really want to. So maybe it's not even a negative. Maybe it's me being just patient.
Being patient, yeah.
But I just want to know, like, because they really showed us nothing. They showed one wolf with Kanan, then the rest of the wolves came. Then there was a conversation. We missed the whole conversation, and then now Kanan's just like, cool, yeah, I'm gonna leave her and now go back. And I understand the Force moves in mysterious ways. I get it, but yo. Please, just throw us a bone. Give us something. Give us some information. I just want to know. And now we're on mid-season break.
Yeah, we're in mid-season.
So we're not going to find out till like 2018.
I just love the way they approach. You've got the main one, then the two at the back just strong. You just see the eyes. It's just beautiful to watch, man. So right now, yeah, I try not to. I'm just being the 5-year-old. I'm just gonna wait. And every time you give me something, I'm just gonna get excited about it, and I'm not gonna make much out of it until we get that episode. And it's like it sinks in, and you're like, oh, this is what you've been planning this whole time. Because they do it all the time. They do it beautifully. So now I guess I've learned to just wait for them to give us.
I'm the 5-year-old throwing my toys out the pram. Give it to me now. I want it now.
That makes sense now because you like
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Makes sense.
Yo, Kylo Ren's legit. If you don't like Kylo Ren, there's something wrong with you. But anyway, guys, what we need you to do is jump in the comment section below and let us know, what did you think of episode 9 of season 4 of Star Wars Rebels? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you think Hera's as amazing as me? Are you in love with Vanessa Marshall? And
it'd be hard not to.
It's hard not to be in love with her. And what do you think of Rebels? Like, what's going on? Like, what do you think? What do you think the Lothal is? Let's keep it going. And don't forget, who's the dumbest stormtrooper? Raven, tell him about something.
And before you do anything else with your life, make sure you head over to Patreon//cybernerds and help us out with whatever you can, whether it's $1, a penny, or 1,000,000 credits.
That was a big one. I like that. We're gonna have to start making new ones for all the time.
Cool.
All right, well, guys, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds,
and I'm Raven GS,
and you've been watching the Rebels Review, and we'll see you on the next episode.